Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is TS Dr. Rashida. So we meet again with a new topic in ICT 500, okay, which is design thinking. So basically what we'll cover today, so we will look at what is design thinking, the definition, and the concept that we have in creative and critical thinking. Okay, and then we will look at the 5 stages that we have in order to implement the design thinking. Alright, and then we have empathise, okay, define, ideate, prototype and test. So this is all the 5 stages that we have. So I will explain detail on each of the stages. So basically, at the end of this lesson class, you should be able to list down all the stages that we have in design thinking. Okay, and also you can apply all the tools, okay, and techniques that we have related to the design thinking stages. Okay, so basically, what is design thinking? So it is actually related to the methodology, okay, design methodology. So in order for you to design the solution of your problem, okay, so we are using design thinking, which provides a solution-based approach to the problem solving, okay, or to solve the problems. So actually it is extremely useful, okay, which is the focus in design thinking is more on the complex problem which are ill-defined, okay, which your problems is very unstructured, okay, unknown. By understanding the human needs. So the keyword here is when you talk about design thinking, so you are trying to solve the problem, okay, using the human needs, requirement and involvement. So that's why in design thinking class it is we have the terms which is human centric ways. By creating many ideas in brainstorming session, so this is one of the tools that we have discussed in our previous lesson. Okay, and then by adopting a hands-on approach in prototyping and testing. So basically what you need to know is actually we in our syllabus we adapting the 5 stages of design thinking to solve the complex problem. Okay, so this is the 5 stages, okay, that we will discuss throughout our lesson. So basically the first one is about empathise, okay, then define, ideate, okay, prototype, and the last one which is test. So this model class was proposed by Hazel Plattner at Institute of Design at Stanford. So this one, the resources or the references is from the website interaction-design.org. So D.School is the leading university when it comes to teaching design thinking. So actually, for your information, most of the notes here are from website. So I also have shared the references link okay, from the website, so you can read further from that. Okay. Alright, so we look at the first one, okay, which is empathise. Okay, what is empathise here? Which is it is related to the you want to visualize user attitudes and behavior. Okay. It is actually crucial to a human-centric design process. Okay. So because it allows design thinkers to set aside his or her own assumptions about the world in order to gain insight into users and their needs. And then empathise is also about involve consulting expert to find out more about the area of concern through several tools, which is for example observing, engaging and empathizing with people. So in this case we want to understand the human issue about that problem. Okay, so in order to understand that, so we use the empathy map here, which is proposed by Paul Bock. Okay, this one is actually more on the product design. Okay, so we have a different type of the empathy map, but actually using the almost same concept. Okay, visualizing user attitudes and behavior in an empathy map helps UX, which is user experience team, align on a deep understanding of end users. So the mapping process also reveals any holes in existing user data. So in the first step here, you need to understand more on the user needs. Okay, what the user want related to the for example, you want to propose a software or an application, so you need to know the user requirement. Okay, what we have here is the empathy map. So basically it is as I mentioned, is about the user needs. So we are divided the empathy map into 5. So this one is proposed by Paul Bau for product design, but basically we have 4 elements in the user in the empathy map. Okay, which is the task. Okay, what tasks are you trying to complete? Okay, this is some of the questions that we can ask for identifying the user or to fill in the empathy map. Okay, in terms of influences, okay, what people, things or places may influence how the user acts. Okay, and then overall goal, what is the user's ultimate goal? Okay, what are they trying to achieve? Okay, and then pinpoint, okay, what pinpoint might the user be experiencing that they hope to overcome? And then feelings, how is the user feeling about the experience? What really matter to them? Okay, so this is the example of the empathy map that we have. Okay, which is this is related to the user persona. Okay, empathy map and user personas are two closely related concepts. So empathy map is you want to identify the user requirement. User persona is actually the representation of profiling of the person. Okay, represent a real person, which is your end user, which will have more human characteristic. So it is actually something like your user persona is something like your profiling, end user profiling. Okay, so what empathy design, okay, is a great way to make a product team think about using a customer first philosophy. So in this first stage empathy, okay, which is we are mentioned that you must use the end user involvement, and also you need to look at the end user needs and requirement. So empathy maps usually serve as a foundation for the user persona. Okay, after you get comprehensive information about your users, you can transfer this information to the model of the persona. So means that, okay, this is actually the question you need to ask regarding to your end user. Once you get the answer, so you can transform it into the user persona. So don't worry about this class, because we will have one part, okay, which is the workshop, okay, on developing your user persona. So this one we will use for the project, one of the requirement of your project. Okay, so you can look at the example here. So Janet, the family planner. So this is the statistic about the Janet. Age, okay, status, and then about very detailed on the activities, okay, motivations, frustration, and so on. Okay, this one is actually class we want to develop the family planner. Okay, so this is one of the user end user that use that application. Okay, we look at the second one, which is number 2. Okay, stage number 2 in the design thinking. Okay, which is after empathise, which is the define. So what is defined here? So actually you want to define your problem statement, okay, but in a human-centered manner. Okay, so you need to involve again. Okay, so in order for you to understand the problem, the first stage we have discussed earlier is about you need to understand the user and user requirement. Okay, for example, rather than saying we need to increase our food product market share among young teenage girls by 5%. So better saying that teenage girls need to eat nutritious food in order to thrive, be healthy and grow. So what is these two statements? What are the differences between these two statements, class? So if you look at this one, okay, we are focusing on the method, okay, but this one we are focusing on the user, okay, which is the teenage girls need. Okay, this one is we need to increase, so means that we are focusing on the market itself, okay, not what are the user wants. Okay, so this is a two different things. So read again the statement and then try to compare and contrast. Okay, so in define stage class will help the designers, okay, gather great ideas, okay, to establish features, functions and any other elements that will allow them to solve the problem. Okay, so in this stage, you after you define the statement, the problem statement, so you need to try to understand the problem and then to get, okay, some idea, okay, because after that we will have the next phase, which is the ideate. Okay, so what we will use in this stage, okay, we will need to have tools. Okay, so in our syllabus we try to propose to you about the fishbone diagram or Ishikawa diagram. So actually it is a cause effect diagram, okay, which is this one is to track down the reasons of the problem. Okay, okay, for example, how might by asking question, okay, this is some of the question to solve the problem. How might we encourage teenage girls to perform an action that benefits them and also involves your company's food product or service? Okay, okay, so this is example class about the fishbone diagram. So if you can see, the diagram is almost similar to the fish, okay, skeletons, right? So with the problem at its head, so where is the head? This one, this is the problem. So what is the problem? Bad burgers. Okay, so we have problem with the our product, okay, which is a problem about the bad burgers. Okay, so we need to find the causes. What cause that problem? Okay, so we use the fishbone. So this is all the factors that related to the causes, okay, to the problem. For example, in terms of material, okay, methods, machine, environment, measurements, okay, personnel. So for example, in terms of personnel, the detail, okay, mishandling, unhygienic storage, okay, so that's what it will contribute to the bad burgers. Okay, okay, and also we have the materials. Okay, this one causes related to the material, which is the burgers is not fresh. Okay, so not as per described quality, okay, the raw material, okay, and then hygienic package. So from this diagram class, if you are very detailed on identifying your problem and causes for the problem, so actually you can come out with some idea of the solution from this diagram. Okay, and then also in order for you to root cause the problem or identify the problem, so you can also use the 5 whys technique. Okay, so actually we have done this one in our earliest topic. Okay, okay, for example, okay, we have problem here, which is the ran through a red light. Okay, so I think this one is more I already have done this. Okay, you just not stop at the red light, right? Okay, what is the problem? So we ask question about 5 whys. Okay, whys. So we want to know the reason, right? In this stage, okay, you need to define. Okay, you need to know the reason or the problem. So why? So you list all the reasons that we have. For example, late for work. Okay, why you late for work? Woke up late. Why? Because your alarm clock is broke. Why your alarm clock is broke? Didn't check if it is work, so this is your fault, right? And then forgot to do it last night. So basically you will ask question, okay, why related to the first point of your root cause, okay, and then you will detail up why, so it will related to this. Okay, all right, so I think this one also is a good tools for you to do the identifying your problem. Okay, Okay, so stage number 3 in design thinking, okay, which is the ideate. Okay, so what is ideate? Is the mode of the design process, okay, in which you concentrate on idea generation. So we have here is ideate, so the idea. So you want to create the solution, right? Because you have defined the problem. So in stage 3, you need to find the solution. So how do you that? How do you do that? So first you need to think out the box, okay, in order for you to find new solution and innovative. Okay, and then brainstorm and worst possible idea. Okay, and then idea creation technique using idea creation technique. So brainstorming actually we have discussed earlier. I will not discuss in this session. So we will look at the which is worst possible idea. Okay. Okay, and then we will look some of the techniques that we have not yet discussed. Okay, brainstorm we have recap. We will look at the brainwrite. Okay, scramble also we have discussed last class. Okay, and then we have the mind map. Okay. Okay. So what are the differences class between brainstorming and also the brainwriting? So brainstorming actually you are brainstorm your idea and then you deliver the idea to the group or individual. So you talk about that idea. Okay, but brainwriting method is actually you write your idea. Same, the concept is same where you have a group. Okay, and then you discuss that problem. Okay, so like brainstorming writing is a great way to share new ideas, encourage creative and develop innovative ideas. So brainwriting also promote that. Okay, and then it was designed by German marketing expert Bernd Rauschenbach in 1969. Okay, so how to brainwrite? Okay, what are the techniques? So we have the most popular one, which is 635. So what is 635? So you have 6 people. You have in each round you have 6 people, and then each people need to write 3 concept of ideas, okay, within 5 minutes. Okay, after that the second round you need to everyone will swap their piece of paper to their someone else, pass to the other, then so the next person will add on 3 ideas, new ideas, or add on or expand the ideas, okay, within 5 minutes. So we will try to change that within the 6 people. Okay, but actually we are not limited the number of people, okay, on the 6, but this is the idea. Okay, so after 6 rounds, okay, after all the 6 people have contributed the idea through writing, so the piece of paper are collected and all the suggested ideas are discussed and next step agreed. This one is very nice, right? If you have a physical class, we can try this. Okay. Okay. So this is the step. Okay. Maybe you can try that for your assignment. Okay. So explain to your team how brainwriting works. Okay, explain the problem, define the objective, pass out paper, brainwriting begins and assess the discuss. This is how you can do that. Okay, implement the brainwrite. Okay, and then when to use the brainwrite class? So it is particularly useful with a group of people who somewhat reticent, okay, and would be unlikely to offer many ideas, okay, in an open group session such as brainstorming. So normally sometimes it is difficult for us to have all or everybody talk, okay, maybe because of the group. Okay. And then it is also useful when everyone has different problems, okay, to solve. And then it also works well with a large group. Okay, there's no limit group to the size. So shy or introvert team members may be reluctant to speak up in the brainstorm session. That's why brainwriting overcomes this limitation, and it is good because sometimes the introvert teams will propose or can propose a very great ideas. Okay. Alright, so this is example of the work example. So actually we have a template of brainwriting worksheet, so you can find from the internet to see the example. So this is one of the example. Okay, how can we get more people to use our app and increase its value to passenger. So this is from the local bus company. So we have let's say we have 3 rounds, okay, which is 6 people. Sorry, we have 6 rounds, which is involve 6 people. Okay, 6 people. Okay, so for example, we have these 3 ideas. Okay, so these 3 ideas. Okay, the first one is proposed by people number 1. Okay, round 1. Okay, so redesign icon to make it easier, include simple games for people to play during journey. Okay, link the app to the traffic news. So this is the idea to increase the usage of application. Okay, second round, make the icon look nice like a bus. So this is the same idea, okay, which is talking about the icon, but the next round of person, okay, he or she talk about or propose new icon. Okay, can you see that? This is how the idea is evolving. Okay, and then the other one, okay, this one round 3. So the ensure the some part of all the app can work with the internet. Okay, and then round 4 for the new icon, use the letter O from our company. Okay, and then round 5 allow users to read the content. Okay, round 6 use text to speech to help people with sight difficulty too. Okay, so this is, I want you to look at this example to get some idea, okay, how you can implement the Brainwriting. Alright, and then we also have the worst possible ideas. Okay, so I think this is new. For me, it is new because normally we will propose a great idea, but now we try to change. Okay, we try to change to purposely seek the worst solution. Okay, from your problem. So we can say that this is we can name that silliest, craziest ideas, right? So it is actually inverted search process. Okay, so normally you want to propose or you want to find great ideas, but now you are reversing it. Okay, so they can examine these ideas, challenge their assumptions, and gain insight towards the great ideas. So this is how you can do that. Okay, and then to practice as a group member, we should come out with as many bad ideas as we can. List all the properties that we have. Okay, list what makes the worst of this so bad. Search for the opposite for the worst attribute. Consider substituting okay, something else. Okay, and then mix and match. Okay. Alright, so next we look at prototype. Okay, this is the stage number 4. Okay, what is prototype? Is actually the opportunity to bring the ideas to life. Okay, so you want to propose something that's similar or almost similar to your almost similar to your you can say that your problem or your solution. Okay, your ideas, right? Okay, so prototype, you will design. Okay, actually to design your ideas to the working ideas. So test the practicability of the current design and to potentially investigate how a sample of users think and feel about a product. So the design team will now produce a number of inexpensive scaled down version of the product or specific feature found within the product. So the aim is to identify the best possible solution. So normally prototype, you can say that it is something like mock, okay, almost similar to the real one. Okay, we have 2 types here, okay, which is you have low fidelity prototype, high fidelity. So low is actually where you are just sketching, okay, or you just drawing your interface, something like this. Okay, but the high fidelity, okay, which is related that look and operate closely. So for example, you want to have the app, so you design the app as is the real one, okay, in the high fidelity. So it will, this one is will take cost, it is costly and then takes time. Okay, so the last stage that we have, which is the test. Okay, test is actually you want to identify your errors. Okay, so designers or evaluators rigorously test the complete product using the best solutions identified during the prototype. So one of the purpose is to make sure that everything is okay working. Okay, and then to make sure that you have no problem with the solution. Okay, so this is the final stage, but it is actually class test is iterative process. You can have in different stages in empathise, define, ideate, okay, and also the prototype. Okay, and then involve generating user feedback as related to the prototype. Okay, so you need to have testing is actually you need to have involvement from the end user, because you want the user to test the application or the product. So testing can be undertaken throughout the process of a design thinking. Okay, I will show you at the end, okay, how the 5 stages is related to each other. So this is the 5 guidelines class when planning a test. So let your users compare alternative, number 1. Number 2, show and don't tell, let your user experience the prototype. So you just show the for example, you want to propose WhatsApp application, right? So you just you want to test the application, the WhatsApp. So you just give the user and then let the user try. Okay, and then let them comment on the application itself. Okay, so number 4, so you need to observe how user use. Okay, from do not interfere, but you just observe. Okay, and then ask follow-up question. Okay, you can ask the question about the is it the user satisfied with the interface and so on. Okay, so in tests we have usability evaluation, which is focus how well users can learn and use product to achieve their goal. Okay, so usability refer to the quality of the user's experience when interacting with the product or system. Okay, for example, you want to test the web-based system, you want to test the application, you want to test the services. Okay, so you can use the usability. Okay, means that it is actually to test all the functions that we have in the solution. Okay, so this is the factors that we have in the usability: intuitive design, okay, ease of learning, efficiency of working, memorability, error frequency and severity, subjective satisfaction. So actually in usability we have so many template, or you can Google and find the survey, okay, that asks the user about the question. Okay, so we have so many very good survey or question. So this is all the approaches, okay, that we have in the usability. So you can test, okay, your interface using the walkthrough. Okay, help designers understand the end user. Okay, need a task definition methodology. Okay, but this one is very detailed. So walkthrough, you need to walk through all the functions that you have in your application. Okay, then you have formal usability inspection. Okay, formal. So identify the most critical problem. Okay, let's say you want to test the function A, so ask user to look at the function A and then comment on that. Okay, and then pluralistic walkthrough helps developers understand the end user's need, involve multiple viewpoints, so means that you have different level of user. Okay, publish guideline, identify recurrent and general problems or cause. Heuristic evolution, which is identify the most problems of any approaches. Okay, this one is actually heuristic is complete. Okay, we want to look in all the aspect that we have. Okay, so this is all the processes that we have discussed, 5 stages, okay, in design thinking. So empathise number 1, define, ideate, prototype, and the last one, which is the test. So if you look at the arrow here, okay, for example, from the first one, okay, empathise, define, to help define the problem. Okay, empathise will help in stage number 2, define. Okay, after that, okay, ideate. Okay, from the ideate, okay, you have the prototype. So from the prototype, actually you if there is problem with your solution, so you need to go back to the ideate, learn from the prototype. So you will have outcome here and then try to solve the problem to go there. Okay, for example, okay, after that you test again. Okay, you once you improvise your prototype, then you test again the prototype. So we from test, okay, we can go back to the test, create new ideas of the project. Okay, or you can also go to the first one, okay, learn about users through testing. Okay, and then also you can go to the define, okay, test, reveal inside the redefined problem. So this is actually how the process works. It is a non-linear process before, so it is not only stage 1 until stage 5, but actually it can be iterative, and then you can go back to the previous stage and so on. Alright, so this is all the references. I hope you can find the references again to get some idea about it for further reading, for further understanding. So thank you very much, guys. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.